So you're thinking of moving to the country? Good on you. It'll do you good. It'll definitely do you good. Your health will improve, you'll live longer. Why do I sound so confident about that? Well, because when I was a young fella, I used to keep a lot of different animals. We had aviaries, I kept mice, rats when I was allowed to, all sorts of stuff. Loved breeding things. Me and my brothers, we got pretty good at breeding stuff. And if you've got an enclosure like an aviary or, a mouse cage, something like that, and you start to increase the population because you love to see stuff breed, sometimes the breeding can get a bit out of hand. So what happens when you get a large population of, say, birds or mice or anything really stuffed into an enclosure? Well, of course, mice breed at an amazing rate. So with them, despite being assured that I had 2 males by the pet shop, it turned out I had a pair, and geez, I can't remember how many mice we had in this cage, but every time you looked in there was another litter. And as the population increases, you can see this very noticeable increase in aggression between the mice. In fact, pretty soon they start to become cannibalistic. Yeah, you see the mice actually eating each other. But not only that, you've got those little wheels that they run around on and so on. You see them fighting to get onto that or get off of it, And it's very noticeable. You've actually got to thin them out, But the same is true of birds, like parrots are probably the worst, I'd imagine, from my experience. Budgerigars. Budgie, lovely little thing, little cute budgie you've got in the cage at home. You get a large population of budgerigars and let them start breeding up in a large aviary. You go in there one day and they're starting to eat each other's feet off. They're very aggressive. You notice a lot of the birds are losing all their feathers because they're continually attacking each other. That's what happens, So you think about it. You're in the city, you've got neighbours very close by, you're surrounded by people. You get in your car, you go onto the road, there's lots of cars. You go to the shopping centre, there's an awful lot of people there. You go to the school, there might be a couple of thousand students in the school. Everywhere you go, you're surrounded by a lot of people. Now, if you get used to that, it's almost reassuring. In fact, it is. People who come out to the country feel isolated, like there's big open paddocks, wheat, no people. At first, it could be kind of scary, But you pretty soon start to lose the aggression that you've developed by living in a crowded place like a city. Now, you may not realise you're aggressive, but you'll pretty soon come to realise in comparison to the people in the town you've moved to or in that country area you've moved to, you're hepped up, stressed out and aggressive. And you change. You naturally change. And one day you'll be driving back into the city and you'll notice that the closer you get to that denser population, the crazier people become. They become extremely aggressive. You notice it in their behaviour on the roads, but then you go into a shop and you'll see people will push in front of you. It's almost like you're not there, and stuff like that, The behaviour of everybody becomes extremely aggressive. So when you move out to the country, what impact do you think that has on your mental and physical health? Well, it's a very positive influence. And what more can I say? If you want better health, move to the country. It's as simple as that. See ya.